Right.
All right, so
Not live, yeah.
Danny and I are here because Danny, you and I met online on Instagram,
Yeah, we did.
and I was just watching your videos. Can you just, in short, tell me what it is that you do?
Yeah, so I kind of bring the harsh realities of the world in front of as many eyes as possible. You know, I feel like people are being shielded from the truth, and it's time to actually be a little bit stronger now and actually face reality for what it really is, and don't be scared to actually say the things that are so blatantly obvious.
Mm-hmm.
I think the world is in such a terrible place because people are scared of really standing up for what they know to be true, and it can't really carry on like that. Because if it does, then we're going to end up living in a world where we're not going to be very proud of.
Right.
You know, and I say this a lot to people. I feel like we are at a minute to midnight. You know, we are running out of time. You know, we have this infection, this virus, I call, of where sanity seems to be illegal these days.
So interesting that you call it an infection.
Yeah, it's an infection of the human mind. I think, like, you know, people are so brainwashed, and I don't blame them in a way because the Matrix is so well designed to brainwash people. But that's where me and you come in, and people like us, where it's up to us, you know, the awakened ones, to bring the curtain back, to pull it back and show people what it really is happening. You know, to plant the seed in their mind and just let them go away feeling, oh, I didn't think about that. You know, like maybe I should look into this and actually, you know, pay a little bit closer attention. And then, you know, they'll start to realize once you know what the end goal of something is and you start to connect the dots, everything makes so much more sense. Because at the moment, people see things happening and it's all a coincidence, or, you know, it's just happening by chance. But in reality, it's being orchestrated so well to make it seem like it's, you know, just happening, but it's not. It's part of a bigger plan to actually entrap the human mind on a global scale to ultimately make us surrender to this, you know, type of dystopian world that they want to create by 2030, where you will own nothing and be happy.
Well, you are showing a harsh reality. It's a truth that actually not many people want to see, dare to see. It's been useful for me, like it's been useful in politics, but it's been useful in the work that I do, like what I do in consciousness and just raising that awareness. It's in a different way. You are showing this brutal reality, and for me it's a different way of talking about it. But in a way, we are all contributing to the evolution of consciousness, and all, like you said, all planting those seeds and making sure that people get to see what they need to see.
Absolutely, and you know, not everybody gets to see what you and I see, because the algorithm controls what you see. So if you're left wing, it will keep pumping information that you want to see, and if you're right wing, it will keep pumping information that you want to see. But that's where we come in. We have to show people both sides of what is actually happening, and then let them decide. But they have to decide based on having all the facts in front of them, not just what's being tailored for them. You know, and the facts are, children's minds are being corrupted. They're being extremely confused about who they are and what they can and can't say. People are being extremely scared to speak up their mind, right, to stand up for their beliefs. In fear,
that's a very important part.
It's a massive part, because they're scared of being persecuted by family, friends, and, you know, they're scared of losing their job. You know, they're scared of having their accounts deleted, which I know a lot of people have. And we can't live in a world like that where evil is taken over by making us scared to speak the opposite, to go at it. You know, people need to realize who they are and what we stand for and what our ancestors for so many years stood for. You know, if they saw the world today, they wouldn't have given up their lives. You know, it's up to us to make sure, because it's not going to ultimately affect us as much. It's going to affect the future generations. It's our children, our grandchildren, their grandchildren. Those people are going to be the ones paying the price for us being cowards today.
Right. Well, I have to say, I always speak about the spiritual battle, and it's the battle between light and darkness.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I cannot understand why people are afraid of darkness. Like, it doesn't even have power.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about darkness itself it's nothing but the absence of light. And people have to be the light. Because the more light is shed onto the world, the less darkness exists.
Right.
So people need to stop being scared to shed light on what is happening. Because light will lead to freedom. And people need to get in touch with their inner selves and just become their true selves. Because at the moment they're being molded to being somebody they're not.
Right.
You know, they're being told to take what you're given and shut up, basically. You know, they're being told to be a sheep. You know, they're being told to be the same as everybody else. It's time that people realize that what makes us unique is that we're all different. You know, and ultimately we all want to live in a loving, kind world. And that's far from what is now.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get worse unless we start making some drastic changes now. And it starts with us.